My name's Paul Simon, and I'm interviewing Matt Moss, the MD of Smart Garden Offices, Studios and Rooms. Matt, spring's in the air. We have a roadmap to recovery from the pandemic, and a lot of the data coming out of the government actually is far more optimistic than perhaps some naysayers thought last year. What's the situation for Smart?
Yeah, hi Paul. Thank you very much again for carrying out the interview. We had a year of two halves. Definitely the second half of the year was very positive for us, put us in good stead for 2021. Obviously the shift in the way that people were working and the interest in the garden room market massively increased. And yeah, we're very much looking forward to the positives as a result of that.
Now, I know you well enough and your management team well enough that you haven't spent the last 3 months hibernating. Can you give me an idea of the kind of investments that you've been making as a result of the winter quarter?
Yeah, sure. Well, we're all about the customer experience, and that's what we're trying to focus on. So we spent a lot of money in terms of investment at Thurston Park, where we're based. The external showroom was put in last year, and we've put a lot more of an investment into the internal showroom this year. So we've had the internals painted, refreshed, and soon with the launch of the new Evolve range, we'll be looking at putting in a new product into the internal showroom as well, as a marketing sales suite as well, so people can come and actually have a bit more of a feel for the products, come and see it and enjoy the product, so it will feel a little bit more like a little bit more like an actual room as opposed to a showpiece.
And you've also been throwing the cash around, if I may say, in investing in new vehicles. Why?
Well, twofold really. We're trying to be more efficient and more economic and much more environmentally friendly. So we've got rid of 4 very large, not very fuel efficient vehicles that were aging, and we brought 4 new vehicles onto the fleet with a greater capacity, which means we can work smarter, we can be more efficient, and we can deliver more, and ultimately it allows our capacity to increase. So it's out of both necessity of growth and need to improve.
So those are very wise investments in terms of the short and medium term. But obviously, as you know, any business needs to have a long-term strategy. Any of those sort of initiatives that you want to share with us?
Yeah, sure. The most exciting one, which has come to fruition, one of the things I've been looking at for some time, is a more commercial aspect to the business. So the bulk of this business is based around a plan that services the residential market, and I wanted to look at ways we could adapt that, spread the risk, and look at more commercial opportunities. So I'm excited to say that we recently got on board with a residential house builder who has signed a deal with us to install garden rooms into their new housing developments, which is a fantastic opportunity for both us and the house builder, because we're talking about putting in a relatively low cost additional space. And if you look at comparing, say, for example, a 3-bedroom and a 4-bedroom house on a new residential development, you could be uplifting the price between 50 and 100,000 perhaps, because of the additional facilities and size, etc., that comes with a 4-bed versus a 3-bed. Well, what we're actually doing, relatively speaking, is a low cost alternative to that by putting that 4th room in as a garden room. And it's a huge USP for this particular prestigious house builder, and something that I'm really keen for us to explore further. It's slow running as we try to establish this particular marketplace, but you're interested and we're talking with, and hopefully we'll see more of those come through. So it's excellent for us in terms of the business plan going forward.
It seems a real game changer. So you're always optimistic. Are you particularly optimistic at the moment?
Cautiously optimistic, I would say, is probably the best way to describe it. We always have to have an eye on what possibly could happen. We've seen a huge increase in the demand for garden rooms as a result of COVID. People reassessing their work-life balance and looking at working from home. Now, of course, we've been doing that now for the best part of a year, and we'd like to say that has created a permanent change in the culture and the way in which we work. but that's not necessarily how it's going to be forever. So, we do take cautious steps. We are investing, we are looking to grow, we are adding to our business in terms of our capabilities, but it's not without, an eye on the future possibility that at some point that might change. So this plan of action in terms of introducing different ways of getting our products into the marketplace is one way to combat that, because actually a garden room is a home improvement as opposed to just somewhere for somebody to work from home. And the versatility of our products means that they may work from home in their particular garden room right now, but of course it could be a relaxation room later in life. It could be somewhere, games room or a gym. It can adapt. It's so versatile. The multifunctional garden room, has so many applications that hopefully people will start to see that it's more than just a space that you can work from.
We're due to have a chat in 3 months' time. What do you hope? Single word, please. How would you want to describe the next 3 months?
Continued success.
That was 2. That's why you're an entrepreneur.
Sorry.
Thank you, Matt Moss. See you soon.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks. Bye-bye.